Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah, Ba Hashem, Rakak Wadash, double honors to the apostles, the elders, salutations to you, sincere brothers, teaching and truth and sincerity. Lesson will be entitled James the Greater versus James the Lesser versus James the Just. Lord will, you are edified. Matthew 13:55. Is not this the carpenter's son, referring to Yahushua? And his biological father was Joseph, and by trade Joseph was a carpenter. Is not his mother called Mary, and his brethren James and Joseph and Simon and Judas? Now James and Judas were the two brothers that were in the truth at their appointed time. The focal point. Let's go to Matthew Salakia. 13:55. The focal point will be on James.
Strong's G 2385. Iakobos.
Right. And it goes into the origin of Yaikwab, right? So according to outline of biblical usage, one a son of Zebedee, an apostle and brother of the apostle John, commonly called James the Greater or Elder, slain by Herod. Okay. Then you have B, an apostle, son of Alphaeus, called the Less, hence James the Lesser. And C, James the brother of Mashiach. Okay. According to our doctrine, according to the truth, according to reality. Okay. There's no such thing as a so-called half-brother. All right. Now, so James is the brother of Yahushua. So let's get into a little history. James the Great was one of the 12 apostles of Yahushua. According to the New Testament, he was the second of the apostles to die after Judas Iscariot and the first to be martyred. All right, so James the Great. He is also known as James, son of Zebedee, St. James the Great, St. James the Greater, St. James the Elder, or Saint Jacob, or Saint Yaikwab. And his brother was John, hence the sons of Zebedee, or also they were called the sons of thunder when Yahushua was making mockery of them. Second James, James, son of Alphaeus. He's also called James the Lesser, was one of the 12 apostles of Yahushua, appearing under this name in all three of the Gospels, listed or list of the apostles. Okay, so he is also labeled the minor, the little, the lesser, or the younger. According to translation, he is distinct from James, son of Zebedee, and in some interpretations also from James, the brother of Yahushua. Okay. So let's go to this part. Alphaeus mentioned in the New Testament as the father of the two of the 12 apostles, Matthew the evangelist and James, son of Alphaeus. So Matthew and James the Lesser were brothers. And also Matthew was also identified as the son of Alphaeus. So let's go to Matthew chapter 10 and verse 1. And when he had called unto him his 12 disciples, he gave them power against unclean spirits to cast them out and to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease. Now the name of the 12 apostles are these: the first Simon, who is called Peter, and Andrew his brother, James the son of Zebedee, and John, James the son of Zebedee, and John his brother. Now again, James and John were also identified as the sons of Zebedee. Now this James is referring to who? James the elder. Okay. 3. Philip and Bartholomew, Thomas and Matthew the publican, James the son of Alphaeus, and Lebbaeus, whose surname was Thaddeus, Simon the Canaanite, and Judas Iscariot, who also betrayed him. These 12 Yahushua sent forth and commanded them, saying, Go not into the way of the Gentiles, and into any city of the Samaritans enter you not. Now James the Just was not one of the 12. Although he was an apostle of Yahushua, he was not of the 12. You had James the elder and James the lesser. And James the elder was identified as the elder is because of that spiritual hierarchy, okay, based on ranking. Okay, so you had James the elder and you had James the minor, who was the son of Alphaeus, and his brother was Matthew, who also was the son of Alphaeus. So let's go to the point again. Alphaeus, biblical character, father of 2 apostles. Matthew, so let me read it again. Mentioned in the New Testament as the father of 2 of the 12 apostles, Matthew the evangelist and James, son of Alphaeus. And you got to watch this stuff because a lot of times they'll throw bones to throw you off. So let's go to James 1 and 1. James, a servant of the Most High and of the Lord Yahushua Mashiach, to the 12 tribes which are scattered abroad, greeting. Now, this James is identified as James the Just based on his character, okay? And he was the brother of Yahushua. So let's go to James, brother of Yahushua. James the Just, the brother of the Lord, okay, was a brother of Yahushua according to the New Testament. And according to this, he died around 62 AD or 69 AD. And I want to say based on a stoning. Because you had a guy by the name of Jerome, he was trying to link James the Lesser and James the Just as the same person, but they're not. So, go back. Oh, Salakia. James was thrown from the pinnacle of the temple and was beaten to death with a club. Salakia. I thought he was stoned to death. But according to this, he was thrown from the pinnacle of the temple and was beaten to death with a club. So let's go back into How did he die? See, check this out. To show you that they were two different individuals, according to Wikipedia, James, son of Alphaeus, okay, he died he died around 62 AD, right? And it states that I just saw it. One tradition maintains that he was crucified, right? And that's the point, where he was preaching the gospel in Astrakhan and Lower Egypt. So he was somewhere in Egypt preaching the gospel, and he was crucified, right? And James the Just was thrown off the pinnacle of a temple, right? And then beaten to death. Trying to see how James. So he died around 44 AD, and he was the first to be martyred. All right, so James the Great was the first to be martyred, and James the Lesser, or James the son of Alphaeus, was crucified, and James the Just was beaten to death, okay, prior to him being thrown off a pinnacle of a temple. And again, James the Just was the author via the Spirit of the book of James. So here you have it. James the Great verse James the Lesser verse James the Just. All right. Lord will you edify. Shalom.